Good morning, Fullerton. I'm Mayor Jennifer Fitzgerald, and I'm glad to be able to join you again today so we can have a discussion about the current crisis that we're in, the city's response, take your questions, find out how you're doing, and just have a conversation, however stilted and awkward it may be, having to do it on video, just about how we're going to work together to get through this. And I know that we will. So I want to start today by going through some updates from the city and make sure that you know all that your city council and your city staff and employees are doing in town right now in response to this crisis. 6 weeks ago, we had to abruptly close our businesses, and immediately the city began working on our own recovery plans. We quickly created a new website to support our restaurants in town called dinefullerton.com. And that provides information on restaurants, bakeries, coffee shops that are currently open, and has contact information for them so that if you're able, you can order takeout or delivery from them. Again, that website is dinefullerton.com. And I personally have been just not really amazed because I know how great the people of Fullerton are and how much we support our businesses, but it has been awesome to see the great outpouring of support for our local mom and pop shops around town. I know a couple Facebook pages too have organically popped up. I think Fullerton Loves Food is one of them. What's Cookin' Fullerton is another one. And those are also Facebook pages that you might want to join so you get information on special menus that our restaurants have for holidays and special deals that they're running. We also have been getting creative in putting programs forward to assist our small businesses. At our next meeting, in fact, on May 19th of the City Council, we'll be looking at approval of a small business loan program that will run locally here, funded through our community development block grant allocation that comes from the Federal CARES Act. At our last meeting, which was just this last Tuesday, the City Council unanimously approved new outdoor dining and outdoor retail regulations that will assist business facing an indoor occupancy reduction when they are able to reopen, to comply with what we know will continue to be the COVID-19 physical distancing requirements. So the temporary program that we approved Tuesday night will allow restaurants and retailers to utilize the public right-of-way, which is our sidewalks and parking lots, for outdoor dining and for retail pickups. We're mostly able to do that within the downtown, but it's applicable citywide. And if you or people you know have retail operations that are on private property within, and have private parking lots associated with them, we encourage you to talk with your landlords about how that program could be brought onto your property as well. Towns across America are doing this actually. I just saw an article yesterday how Tampa Bay has even closed down some of their streets to put areas for dining and retail outside on their streets. So Fullerton is committed to doing as much as we can to get our retail businesses up and running and support them during this time. And this is how we're able to do it right now. The City Council also, at our last meeting, adopted temporary deferrals for specific fees that development projects in town need to pay. Usually those development projects would need to pay significant development fees at the time they get their building permits from City Hall. but instead we're moving those fees back to the end of the project when those developments would get their certificate of completion. And we think and we hope that this will make it much more financially viable for people to continue to develop here in town. Also, at Councilmember Ahmad Zara's request, we've set up Economic Recovery Ad Hoc Committee. That committee just met for the first time yesterday. We have about 15 people from all kinds of businesses and service industries, religious institutions, including and our hospital, all coming together to talk about ideas for how this city can support its local economy. I anticipate that we'll meet weekly over the next few months, and that this ad hoc committee will most likely work for the next 6 months to make sure that in Fullerton we continue to respond as proactively as possible within the constraints of the law to ensure that our economy gets back up and running, and that all of us can get back to work and back to our lives. I have been able to coalesce California mayors around this state to create a coalition of California mayors to advocate for issues that we believe will help all of our cities. We have close to 50 mayors in this coalition so far. To find out more about the coalition, you can go to the website californiamayorscoalition.com and look and see our 5 points that we're advocating for. We have been talking with the governor and with the county about testing to make sure that adequate testing is available so that people feel confident and safe going back to work. We're also talking with our federal leaders, including our local Congressman Gil Cisneros, about federal assistance through another CARES Act that would come directly to cities. In the CARES Act that they passed, only states and counties and cities who have a population of over 500,000 people, and there are only 6 of those cities, it's my understanding, in the entire state of California. Those are the only ones who got direct funding. So Congressman Cisneros, as well as Congressman Aguilar from Redlands, and members of Congress throughout the nation are working on getting direct assistance to cities. We're also at the city preparing plans to reopen our parks, our parking lots for our parks, and our play structures. We're not quite there yet, and we know that all of you are eager to get back out to use those facilities. And as a mom of 2 young kids, I too am eager. So I just want to assure you that we're working on it, and the city council is pushing hard to make that happen as quickly as possible. City Hall as well should be open, albeit on a limited basis starting next week by appointment. So there will be more information coming on that as well. A couple other updates to give you this morning. There is, through the Fullerton Museum Center, although the museum itself is closed right now, they have set up a Kids Art to Go program. It successfully provided art projects for our local Fullerton children between ages 6 and 12 through curbside pickup kits. So they will be available, those curbside pickup kits, on the museum lawn every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. while supplies last. So due to the popularity of the kits, we've increased the available number of kits to 100 kits. So the first 100 people to come by every Wednesday from 3 to 5 will be able to get free Kids Art to Go. The Fullerton Community Center is also continuing partnerships with Meals on Wheels Orange County and Second Harvest Food Bank, as well as our local nonprofit OC United, to meet new physical distancing standards and still provide important food and wellness services to our seniors. For questions on any of our offered senior programs, please call us at 714-738-6575. Some examples of the services that we offer are every Tuesday, seniors can come in person to the Fullerton Community Center to pick up frozen meals. Every Wednesday, the city also delivers meals to seniors, and new patrons just have to fill out a quick application form to determine their eligibility. Also, there's a grocery box distribution with Second Harvest Food Bank that takes place every third Thursday of each month. Today, May 7th, is the next distribution date from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fullerton Community Center parking lot. So this is a drive-through distribution. We're also doing senior wellness checks. Seniors or those who love them can sign up for our wellness check program by calling 714-738-6575. And I also want to make sure that you know for questions for questions regarding any non-emergency city service or resources, you can call us directly at 714-738-6300, and a member of our management staff will answer the phone and will help you. And then for questions regarding COVID-19 specific information, we would ask that you call the county hotline. And that county hotline for COVID-related specific information is 833-426-6411. Again, that county hotline number is 833-426-6411. I also would encourage people who may not be senior citizens, but who are also having to stay at home because of health issues or physical issues, whatever the case may be. If you are stuck at home, regardless of whether you're a senior and you need help, then the numbers that I've given you will be helpful to you, as well as 211 here in the county. If you dial 211, you'll get to the resource agency, or you can go to 211oc.org. Again, that website is 211oc.org. Let's see. With that said, I want to talk through some of the questions that came to us in anticipation of this meeting. We have quite a few to get through, so also, if you want to ask questions through Facebook as we live stream this, please feel free to ask those questions, and I'll do my best even though, as you know, I don't have all the answers here. We are learning as we go as well, but I will try to answer those questions as they come in. So the first question that came in from our website is this: how many cases, deaths, and recoveries are in our city related to COVID? So I want to tell you that as of yesterday, May 6th, the city of Fullerton had a cumulative total of 107 COVID-19 cases since March 13th. The Orange County Healthcare Agency doesn't share death and recovery rates per city. But you can find more information and more data on cumulative COVID-19 cases throughout the county by visiting ochealthinfo.com/novel coronavirus. Again, that website is ochealthinfo.com/novel coronavirus. Or you can call 833-426-6411, which is that county hotline I talked about earlier, to connect with the Orange County Health Agency. There, as you know, are many privacy laws related to healthcare, and those hamper the information that the Orange County Health Agency gives about cases. We do know from newspaper reports that there are nursing homes throughout Orange County that are hot spots. One of those nursing homes is here in Fullerton, and um, but we don't get a lot of real clear information. I do know that the governor has said that they're activating uh, state employees to work on contact tracing, which is really important to stop the spread of COVID. And that's coming from the state level. The next question is, how is law enforcement enforcing physical distancing and handling calls regarding violations of physical distancing? So as you know, state and local orders are in place for physical distancing and wearing of face coverings while you are at work or are visiting businesses in Fullerton, and that is to protect Fullerton residents. The city's ultimate goal really is compliance, it's not citation. And so when law enforcement's called out regarding a potential violation, body camera footage is on, and the approaching officers do read the appropriate order to the business and or resident to educate them on what the current orders are. I find that a lot of people simply don't know what the current orders are. And the police department has noticed as they have gone out on these calls that just by educating people, compliance is achieved. The next question is one that I actually get often from people who participate in this program. Will the Fullerton Fit Club reopen in the community center? This amazing program has given physical and mental health to so many of Fullerton's citizens, including my husband and myself. We're in our mid-60s and we're taking classes every weekday, sometimes twice a day, Fullerton Gold Club members. It was so great to see how the program grew and was appreciated by the participants. We really want the program and the teachers back, please, even at a higher fee. Maybe we could start with outdoor classes and bring our own equipment. I love the passion that Fullerton residents have for our city and for the programs that we run, and I share it. And I can't tell you if and when this program is coming back. I certainly hope that it does. Our city council we just started our next budget process. And I'll tell you, we have heart-wrenching decisions that we have to make because of the loss of revenue that this COVID crisis has created for all of us at home and honestly for us here at the city. So I can't tell you if and when. I love your idea personally. I love your idea about outdoor classes and bringing your own equipment. We have to get to that point though. Again, we are a city in the county of Orange in the state of California, and we're not able to make all the rules here. So I think one of the things that I've learned personally through this, and I think all of us are, is how great the power of government is during a state of emergency. And so we are having to take our cue from the governor and from our county health official on when and how we're able to reopen things here in the city. Gymnasiums and fitness studios, according to the governor, are part of his phase 3 opening. We're in phase 1 right now. And I do anticipate phase 2 to start within a matter of days. In fact, the governor is having a press conference later today where I am hopeful that he will announce that the state has moved into phase 2, which means limited reopenings for various businesses. Unfortunately, both gymnasiums and fitness studios, as well as hair salons, are in his phase 3. So again, what I think is important to understand in all of this, because it's frustrating, isn't it? You get information from lots of different places. Sometimes it contradicts each other or is confusing at best. And what I want to tell you is that our city council and our city manager, who's really the CEO of the city, is working daily, really hourly with other city managers, and we are working with other city councils throughout this county to make sure that as soon as the governor and our county health officer give us the green light, we are ready, prepared to safely open the various businesses and facilities that the county health officer will allow us to. I personally am on a conference call every Thursday with all 34 mayors from Orange County. Our city manager is on daily calls with other city managers. We are on a weekly telephone call with the CEO of Orange County, Frank Kim, and Nicole Quick, the county health officer. So we are desperately trying to all be on the same page and give you consistent information. So the facts as they stand today are that we are in phase one. Phase one is a phase of preparation and safety. So the stay-at-home order still exists, and counties are ramping up testing. And in Orange County, this county has 6 testing sites up right now. I believe they want to get up to 16 testing sites. And those testing sites are for emergency workers, first responders, people with symptoms who have gone to their physician and gotten a doctor's note to get a COVID-19 test. So they are ramping up that testing, and that's where we are now. As I told you earlier, we're preparing for phase 2 because we think that it will come maybe as early as today. And in phase 2, we will be able to, on a limited basis, reopen some city facilities, including City Hall. Retail and restaurants will be able to reopen in a modified way. Curbside pickup, the governor has said, still takeout and delivery from our restaurants, which again is why the city council's already given permission for restaurants and retail stores to use sidewalks and partial parking lots for in order to do business. And phase 2 also includes manufacturing getting back to work, offices where you can't telecommute getting back to work. So that's what we anticipate to come at some point today. We're hoping, and we will try to keep you informed. But again, I know it's frustrating to get contradictory information, and we're doing our best. So that leads into this next question, and perhaps I've already answered it, but when will Fullerton's restaurants be open for in-dining service? Starbucks patios as well. So again, I think we're going to learn a lot more. I hope we're going to learn a lot more from the governor today during his press conference on the details of stage 2 reopenings. But we are prepared here in this city to assist our businesses to get up and running in a legal and proactive way as soon as possible. This other question is, there's a strong urge to open up the city, but are there enough tests available for the amount of prospective people who may contract COVID? As I said, as of yesterday, the Orange County Healthcare Agency reported that 941 tests were reported in a single day. Since March 13th, over 40,000 tests have been given throughout the county. Due to the increasing availability of testing now from private laboratories, and in order to better focus community testing efforts on those large private lab networks, on April 24th, the Orange County Healthcare Agency said that they were no longer going to report the daily number of tests that the public lab is available to run. What they're doing now is using daily and cumulative testing by the public health lab and the commercial labs, the private labs. That is what's reported in the bar charts and the active reports that you can see by going to the website I gave you earlier, and I'll give it to you again, ochealthinfo.com/novel coronavirus. Question, I'm an employee of a Fullerton business. If my CEO refuses to wear a mask in the office and we don't have an official HR human resources department to file reports, who can I call on to help on this issue? You can call the Fullerton Police Department at our non-emergency front counter. That number is 714-738-6800. Again, our non-emergency number at our police department is 714-738-6800. The next question I have here is is from another resident who said, I received an email from a private school my children attend, and I've been told that they will reopen this Friday. From what I understand, schools are not included in stage 2 reopening. Are they allowed to reopen? Unfortunately, private schools are not allowed to reopen at this time. And I would encourage you to contact the city police department at our non-emergency number if you would like to discuss this further. Again, that number is 714-738-6800. The next question that came in is this. Now that the governor has said we're in stage 2 and certain businesses can open, do you have any idea of how much longer it will be till we get to stage 3 and hair salons can open? As I clarified earlier, we're not in stage 2, according to the governor. We're only in stage 1, which is the preparation and safety phase. My sincere hope is that the governor announces that we've gone into stage 2 at his press conference today. But as of this point, his stay-at-home order is still in effect, and we are in stage 1. You are correct in stating that the governor has put hair salons in stage 3, and my hope is that it will happen soon. I am not privy to what the governor and his health advisors are telling him on a daily basis, but my hope is that we'll be able to move through this and get through stage 3 and stage 4 as quickly as possible. I have heard from so many of you that you want to get back to work, and I know that people need jobs and that there is untold suffering among us because of this stay-at-home order. So please understand that we here on the city council and all of us, here at the city trying to provide services, we understand that there is desperation out there, and we're trying our hardest to communicate that message while we also advocate, to all of you that you make good decisions that keep you and your family safe and healthy. Another question is, what are our city's plans for 4th of July? At this time, the governor is not allowing large social gatherings. The city is currently looking at an alternative to our usual 4th of July celebration that doesn't include large gatherings. The individual sales of fireworks will still be allowed, and we're progressing on that to get the nonprofits that usually sell fireworks organized. And I'm really glad that question came up, actually, because as I'm reading about it and as I'm reading it and talking about it, that's something for me to follow up on. So thank you very much. Follow up on fireworks. Another question that came in is there a way that submitters of these questions can access responses absent a computer, absent being able to listen to this Facebook live streamed event. Yes, they can at City Hall. Staff can assist in answering your questions. If you would call 714-738-6310. This recording as well will also be rebroadcast on Spectrum Channel 3 and AT&T Uverse Channel 99 tonight at 7 p.m. Another question came up. I'd like to request a certain product that would tremendously help our efforts as we start to open back up. How do I get in touch with you? Please go ahead and call City Hall to let us know what that product is at 714-738-6310. We'll then direct you to the appropriate staff member who can help you. It's something else that I've been really impressed with about Fullerton during this time. I have had more than a handful of emails from residents who have certain businesses that offer things that they think they could help the city, and they want to donate them or give them to us at cost. I even have a man who lives in the Adelina Park neighborhood who's willing to clean and sanitize Adelina Park playground for us. I mean, we can't do all of these things, but I love the heart of service and of generosity that we have here in Fullerton. And for those of you who have, emailed me and offered those things, I just want to say thank you. Our Rotary Club here in town has been an enormous help locally. They've organized a volunteer project that I've spoken about before, but it bears repeating, that has assembled over 65,000 face masks. And they, again, utilizing volunteers, taking, manufacturing expertise that Dan Alleen has with his company Pacman, and using that to make face masks for first responders and emergency workers. It's been an incredible testament to the power of what we can do when we set our minds to it. The next question is, how can the city protect its most vulnerable residents from rent increases during this already challenging time? The Fullerton City Council voted to pass an eviction moratorium ordinance in response to the pandemic emergency created by COVID-19. The moratorium includes both residential and commercial tenants, and it has a 180-day deferral period. Please visit this website, cityofFullerton.com/COVID-19. Again, that's cityofFullerton.com/COVID-19 for more details. Or you can call 714-638-6310. The city's also provided a checklist and a sample letter to assist tenants in complying with the moratorium ordinance requirements. So the frequently asked questions sheet, the checklist, and the sample letter are also available in the Korean and Spanish language on our website as well. So again, if you go to the website cityofFullerton.com/COVID-19 for more details, or you can call 714-638-6310 to get that checklist and sample letter to help you comply. That takes me to the end of the questions that we got on the website, and I'll ask staff if they had any questions come up from the live stream that we need to discuss. And if there aren't, I will say again, I wish you nothing but health and peace. And I really want you to understand, and I'm sure you know that because I've mentioned it a couple times, we're working as hard as we can to get people back to work, to create a safe environment where people feel confident going out again and being with others again. And we are going to do as much as we can within the constraints of the law in order to be able to do that. Let's see. Staff says that there are a couple questions, but they aren't questions that I have readily available. So if you ladies, if you want to get those to me, that'd be great. In the meantime, we do encourage you to continue to let us know about issues that you're having and how the city might be of resource to you. And so let me just give you the website again, cityofFullerton.com/COVID-19 or 714-638-6310. A question came in, is it possible to repave Euclid while traffic is down? And I actually have a good answer for that. We are going to repave Euclid. The City Council approved Euclid repaving that I believe will go from Baston Cherry. Now I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say, but yes, if you go to our website, we have a list of upcoming street repaving projects, and the Euclid project is on there. And then the next question that came in is, how is Fullerton set for testing for COVID? We are working with the county, as I said, on their testing sites. I understand that that there will be a testing site here in Fullerton. We'll have more information about that on our city website. But yes, we are set to have a testing site here in town. The next question is, when will the dog park reopen? And again, as I said, I've really pushed and encouraged staff to get the parking lots of our parks open before this weekend. And I've been also encouraging them to reopen our play structures in our parks as soon as possible. We are currently working on disinfection methods and procedures, as well as signage procedures for all of the parks. So that's the same with the dog park. I want to get these public spaces open as soon as we can within the law. So I don't have a definite date for you, but we are working on that. A couple more questions that came in. Are there small business grants available through the city? I'm really excited that the City Council on May 19th is going to be able to look at a program that is a small business assistance program using our community development block grants from the Federal CARES Act. And I really want to say thank you to our Community and Economic Development Department, and specifically Kelly Fritzl, who's our Deputy Director. She has been relentless in her efforts to get assistance for businesses and to have the city be a real partner in this local economy. And so I really want to thank Kelly specifically for that. So yes, to connect with the resources that we currently have and to stay updated on new resources coming online, visit our website at cityofFullerton.com. You can subscribe to the city manager's weekly newsletter, which I think will be really helpful to you. And then, of course, the phone number that I want to continue to give out is 714-738-6310. Let's see, the next question that came in is, Is the city of Fullerton partnering with a local restoration or a deep cleaning company like ServPro to assist in the disinfecting of daycares, public schools, churches, restaurants, etc., before opening back up to the public to assure that they have been professionally sanitized? What the city of Fullerton is doing is issuing guidelines for reopening to all businesses, including daycares, all nonprofits, including churches, and these guidelines are really how to ensure that as you reopen your establishment, you're compliant with the law in keeping people safe. So that includes guidelines relative to disinfecting and sanitizing, as well as ensuring physical distancing for those who are in your establishment. So it's really not the city's role to partner with and to go into all of these organizations to sanitize their establishments. We are partnering with companies that do disinfecting and sanitizing for our city facilities. And again, we're issuing guidelines for other organizations within the city to let them know as they take care of their own shops what they need to do. The next question is, how would you advise a citizen that needs a test to get one? PCPs are not ordering them in any significant numbers. Do you know why? To get a test right now, you need to see your doctor. You need to see your doctor and let them know that you need to get a test. And that starts the process. The county is testing people who, at their clinics, who have a note from their doctor and are exhibiting symptoms. Or if you're a frontline worker, an emergency responder, a worker at an essential business, then those county testing sites will administer tests to you as well. Okay, when will apartment swimming pools be able to open is another question. I'm only pausing because I grew up with grandparents who had a swimming pool, and they were constantly telling me the swimming pool kills everything. There's enough chemicals in the swimming pool that that it'll kill whatever's going on. So that's just always personally in the back of my mind. I will tell you what we are doing at the city. We are working on reopening the Independence Park swimming pool for limited practice to start for the fast swim team. So the fast swim team is our partner at the Independence Park pool, and they, like all other athletes, have not been able to practice in some time. And so we are working on seeing their plan for being able to use an alternate entrance to the pool, have a staggered practice schedule, ensure physical distancing so that their team can start practicing again. Again, I'm pushing our Parks and Rec department to enable the opening of city swimming facilities for more than just that as soon as possible. And it's my hope that swimming pools in various communities are open soon, but I don't have a date for you. And then another question came in: when are barber shops going to open? I don't know. The governor's put barbershops and hair salons in stage 3, and I'm hoping that he announces a stage 2 today. So again, what we are doing at the city is providing guidelines to all of the organizations in town that will enable them to reopen when the state and the county health official says that we're able to reopen them. The next question is, what do I do if my landlord called me and harassed me over the rent? Any advice on how to handle the situation? And what are you doing to help tenants? Yeah, as I said, the city passed an eviction moratorium, and so there is help for you. The best phone number that I can give you is the Fair Housing Foundation. They should be able to advocate for you. So the Fair Housing Foundation's phone number, if you're having a problem with your landlord who's harassing you about the rent, that number is 1-800-446-3247. Again, if you're having a problem with your landlord, then you can call the Fair Housing Foundation at 1-800-446-3247. Another question that came in is, will smoking be allowed in the outdoor dining spaces? And if so, why? No, smoking's not allowed on public property. Smoking laws are not relaxed because of COVID. Smoking is always prohibited in city parks and on public property. And so they will not be allowed to smoke in those outdoor dining spaces or outdoor retail spaces. And I'll give my staff just one more minute to let me know if there are any other questions on our Facebook before we go ahead and adjourn the meeting. And it doesn't look like there are. If there are any that I've missed, we will publish them and try to answer them as best as possible. I really appreciate you spending this hour with me. And I do wish you health and peace. I'll look forward to being with you again. We'll try to do another one of these town halls next week to give you updates and to hear from you. I wish you well, and we'll see you then. Thanks.